He shot 17-year-old Jordan Davis for playing his music too loud. We got to forgive Officer Darren Wilson, who shot 17-year-old unarmed Michael Brown. You mean, Reverend, we got to forgive them after what they did? But you see, the Bible also teaches us that forgiveness does not remove the consequences. Forgiveness does not remove the consequences. I got to forgive Officer Darren Wilson, but I expect to see him go to trial and get convicted. You see, forgiveness does not remove the consequences. When David took a man's wife, committed adultery with the woman, and then had the man killed, two sins, adultery and murder. And God told Nathan to go tell David in the 2 Samuel chapter 12, and David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord also hath put away thy sin. David said, I have sinned. God told Nathan, go tell him, I put away your sin. And then he said, now therefore, the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite. His sins was put away. God said, I forgive you, David. Your sin has been put away. But the sword will never leave your house because you took Uriah's wife. Forgiveness does not remove the consequences. If somebody wronged you, you got to forgive them. It does not mean they're not going to pay for what they did. Because whatsoever a man soweth, they're going to reap it. If they did something wrong to you, they're going to reap it. The Bible says whatsoever a man sows, they're going to reap it. But if you don't forgive them, Jesus said, Jesus said that if you forgive not your brethren, then your heavenly Father shall not forgive you. Then Jesus said in verse 35 there, he said, and so shall your heavenly Father do unto you if you from your heart forgive not everyone his brother. Jesus said you can't just do lip service with forgiveness. Jesus said you got to forgive from your heart. He said, if you don't forgive from your heart, then neither will your heavenly Father forgive you. See, we can say the words. We know how to, we'll say the words to you. But when we come to the room, we won't sit next to you. You know, I've told you I forgive you, but I'm not going to shake your hand. Yeah, I've told you I forgive you, but I'm going to treat you real cool. People have quit singing in the choir because of something somebody said to them. People have stopped teaching because of something somebody said to them. People have quit working in the church and refused to serve on the committee because of something somebody said to them. Yet they said, I forgive. See, we got to stop practicing forgiveness with our mouth and start forgiving from our heart. Because when you forgive from the heart, that means you treat the person as if the offense never happened. You see, one of the other meanings of forgiveness means restoration. Restoration means to restore. It means to put back. If you had a relationship with that person and that person offended you, that person lied on you, that person did something to you, and then that person asked you to forgive them, you got to forgive them and put the relationship back and start treating them as if the offense never happened. Y'all don't like that. I can tell by the way y'all looking at it. Y'all don't like that. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. See, Jesus said, forgive. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you that it's easy. In fact, on a human level, it's not even possible. It's not possible for me to forgive somebody who done went around and lied on me. Fleming ain't got enough in him to do it. But it's not me that's in the forgiving. When God saved me, He put something inside of me that can help me love folk that don't love me. It ain't me. I ain't got nothing in me. I'm not so good. It ain't nothing in me that can make me do it. The old folks sang a song that says, something within. Something within. It's something within that helps me to love everybody. It's something within that makes me love folk that I know don't love me. It's something within that makes me do good to folk that I know don't mean me no good. It's something within that banishes the pain. They said it's something within that holds the rain. When I want to strike back and I want to give them back something. When I get hurt, I still want to get back sometimes. I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. I never said it was easy. When folk do me wrong, I still sometimes want to get them back. But then when I start thinking about how see, that's what makes me start wanting to forgive. When I remember how I used to lie. When I remember how I used to treat folk. When I remember how I used to be a fornicator. When I remember how I used to get drunk and get high on drugs. When I remember how I did anything and everything I was big enough and bad enough to do. When I remember how and He forgave a wretch like me. So if He can forgive me, I can forgive you. I know the miracles. Okay, I know y'all want to go eat. Y'all might not forgive me if I don't stop. Just so you gonna forgive me, I might be asking for some forgiveness. So I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up because I know time is winding up. But He gave that parable as a. He said, "I'm gonna show you what forgiveness looks like, because I know you don't know. You've never seen it before. You used to hitting back when you get hit. You used to telling back when you get told. When folks cuss you, you used to cussing them back. Let me show you what forgiveness looks like." There was a man that had 2 sons. And the youngest came to his dad and said, "Daddy, give me my portion that comes to me when you die." Now he wasn't supposed to get the inheritance until the old man died. But what he's saying to his father is, "Daddy, I wish you was dead so I could get my money. I wish you would just disappear so I can have what I want." He went to his daddy, "Daddy, give me mine now. I ain't got time to hang around and wait till you kick the bucket. Give me mine. Whatever you're going to give me when you die, give it to me now." And so the old man gave the boy his money. And his request really did, it dishonored the father. It disrupted the family. It disconnected him from his brother and his daddy. And y'all know the story, how he went out there in the pig pen and was feeding hogs and got so hungry, he was getting ready to pick up some of that slop and put it in his mouth. And the Bible says he came to himself and began to remember his father and his father's house. And said, "I'm going to get up and I'm going back to my father and I'm going to say, 'Father, I sinned. And I'm no more worthy to be called your son, but if you would just let me come back home and make me a servant. I ain't got to sleep in the house. I'll sleep out in the barn with the animals, but just make me as a hired servant. And I can see the boy on his way back home, walking down the dusty road with his head hanging down. And as he was going home, I believe he was rehearsing his speech. When I get home, I'm going to say, Father, I have sinned. No, I'm going to say, Father, I have sinned. No, I'm going to say, Father, I've sinned. But he kept on rehearsing the speech. And before he got to the house, the father looked up and saw the boy afar off. And I believe the old man was walking with his cane, and he started walking toward the boy. And when he recognized the boy, I believe he threw the cane down and began to trot. And the old man started running down the road to meet the boy. And the old man ran out and caught the boy and fell on his neck. And the boy began to repeat his speech, said, Father, I have sinned. But before he could finish the speech, the father broke in and said, wait a minute, I don't need another servant. What I need is another son. I don't have a shortage of servants, but I got a shortage of sons. He said, I can't make you a servant because you're a son, and so I want y'all to bring the father didn't forget, the father forgave. He said, my son was dead. That's remembering. He said, but now he's alive. That's forgiveness. He said, my son was lost. That's remembering. He said, but now he's found. That's forgiving. I don't know about you, but I'm in the forgiven crowd. When somebody asks me who I am, I tell them I run with a new crowd now. I run with the forgiven crowd. Anybody in here in that crowd? When you're in the forgiven crowd, you get a new way to walk. You get a new way to talk. You get a new way to live. You get a new way to love. When you're in the forgiven crowd. When you're in that crowd, your burdens get a little bit lighter. When you're in the forgiven crowd, days get a little bit brighter. When you're in the forgiven crowd. Anybody in that crowd? Well, I'm going to stop so I can stay in that crowd. But stay in the forgiven crowd. Doors of the church is open. Just in case there's somebody here that know that you know that you in the crowd. The doors of the church